Hey there, and welcome back to another video. Today I will show you a simple way to make bath bombs, and because you know I'm a huge fan of customizable recipes, I will show you how you can customize them into very useful products. The base of our recipe is always made up by 1 part of citric acid and 2 parts of baking soda. Just so you know, the tutorial can get a little messy, but it's okay, it's so much fun, easy and quick. Okay, let's get started. The first recipe I want to share is, of course, bath bombs that you can gift or use for a relaxing warm bath. This recipe can be done with kids too, because we're not handling any potentially irritating ingredients. We're going to need 1 tablespoon of citric acid, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, 1 tablespoon of salt, and I've used Himalayan salt, 1 tablespoon of oatmeal powder, 1 teaspoon of sweet almond oil, 1 teaspoon of witch hazel. You can also add up to 10 drops of your favorite essential oil. We'll first mix the powders together, and then after that we'll add our liquid components. The liquid ingredients will be used to turn the dry part into a wet sand consistency, which will allow us to mold the ingredients into our chosen shape. I've chosen to blend 2 very calming essential oils, cedarwood and rose geranium. When we're adding our water-based ingredients, in our case witch hazel, we need to make sure to add it a little bit at a time and mix really fast, as otherwise the mixture will just start fizzing. If you feel that the mixture is too wet and is a bit swollen, which is normal, it happens because of the fizzing reaction, just let it calm down for a few minutes. It will become a little drier and of the perfect consistency to be put into the mold. What we want to achieve is basically a slightly wet and quite compact consistency, which, when squeezed in the palm of your hand, it holds its shape and it doesn't crumble. Let your bath bombs rest and dry in the mold for a good hour before unmolding. You could even leave them to dry overnight if you wanted to. For this dishwashing bombs recipe, I will add 1 tablespoon of citric acid, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of sodium percarbonate, 1 teaspoon of sodium carbonate, 1 teaspoon of vinegar, and half teaspoon of detergent. You can also add up to 10 drops of lemon or tea tree essential oil. The sodium percarbonate is an alternative to bleach. It disinfects, deodorizes, improves ceramics whiteness. It's also known as washing soda, and it's actually also an effective degreaser. The vinegar will add shine, and the dishwashing liquid will clean further. Make sure not to add too much dishwashing liquid, or you'll end up with a sea of bubbles in your kitchen. Sodium carbonate is very alkaline and must be handled with rubber gloves. We will mix these powders together, and then we'll add the liquid component of the recipe, which will be used to turn the dry part into the wet sand consistency we've seen before with the bath bombs. Once you have achieved the right consistency, we will add the powder to the molds. Make sure to press hard until the mix is quite hard and stable, and again, you can let it dry for about 30 minutes or even longer. The third and final recipe I want to share is a toilet bombs recipe. We will need 1 tablespoon of citric acid, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of sodium percarbonate, 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. I also recommend to wear gloves here. The sodium percarbonate again is there to really bleach, disinfect and kill any odors. If you want, you can also add 1 teaspoon of sodium carbonate, so our washing soda, to this recipe for extra degrease action. I will leave out any essential oils, as I think it's a bit of a waste to throw them down the toilet, and the other ingredients are already very cleansing. If you want to add them anyways, you can add a few drops of lemon or tea tree essential oils. Well, I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Which one of these 3 recipes will you try first? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're curious to know where I source the ingredients from, check out my blog post linked in the description box below. And to learn more about how you can source ingredients low or zero waste, I'll also leave here the link to my video 5 tips on how to source ingredients for auto production, zero or low waste. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week on Monday at 7 p.m. with a new recipe.